Coming to you from a wrong turn off Route 66. Somewhere in the Sonoran Desert, it's James Out West, featuring Ryan Rooks.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, James Out West with the good old Ryan Rooks.
What up?
How's it going?
It's good.
It is Saturday, July 3rd, 2021. We are almost here to Independence Day. And as it would seem fit in 2021, this is probably when the aliens are going to show up.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, Will Smith needs to come save us.
Well, if they can make it cooler out here, that would be great.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving this heat wave that we have going down here next week to go hang out on a lake, on a beach, in the sand for a week. 5 days.
And you're going to send me pictures of like how nice it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be
Absolutely.
great. I'm going to send you pictures of me just sweating in the desert. That works. So I know we normally start with the NFL, but can I get into, I think, what was the most exciting thing of this week?
Sure.
The NCAA is now allowing kids to get paid off their name.
Yeah. Name and image likeness. Love it.
It's
Should have happened a
about
long time ago.
Yes. That is amazing.
It's awesome. It's going to help a lot.
And there's so many different ways of how they're going to be able to do this. I mean, anything from huge deals. We saw Masterpiece son got $2 million. But then you're going to have those smaller guys that are going to be able to get the car dealerships.
The pizza shop.
Yeah.
The local coffee shops. Exactly.
And it's going to be awesome.
Now, with that, I'm sure
well-deserved.
there's going to be, it opens a Pandora's box in the sense of they didn't, and who is to say that you should be able to cap it, because you shouldn't be able to tell anybody how much they can earn. But at the same time, a lot of schools have a lot of boosters now that own businesses that are just going to funnel it and make it basically backdoor it the legal way, but it's still going to be able to do that in recruiting.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to be people are going to find a way to use this to their advantage in recruiting, which is probably not what this was intended for, but I will take those consequences because at the end of the day, those kids are still making more money and they may not play in the pros.
Can we make a new blue chips, but now it's legal?
But would it be as fun?
But if you do it the back door.
Oh, yeah. Bring them all back. Now Penny's the coach because didn't Penny kind of get in trouble for something with Wiserman at Memphis? Just saying.
Oh,
Art imitating life, ladies and gentlemen.
But also what's coming with this is Reggie Bush might get his Heisman back.
Which he should.
I think he should,
It's
too.
ridiculous.
I mean, what, he took $100, what was it? No, it was $10,000, I believe. Or was it
And his mama got a house.
And they got a house. Okay. There's been a lot worse, but I hope he gets it back.
Hey, Jim Tressel got vilified and lost his job at Ohio State for 5 players getting tattoos. Okay?
Yeah, whatever. That's hilarious.
The NCAA is known for putting their foot in their mouth, and they continually do it with everything that comes about.
Committees.
They find a way. Yeah, committees.
We'll leave it at that. So, Hard Knocks.
Dallas Cowboys.
Third time.
America's team.
Man, I'm not excited about it, but at the same point, that's what everybody wants to see. They want to see Dak come back. They want to see what Zeke can do.
I would have rather seen Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but you're not. Most of the time, you're not going to get the team that you think would be the most interesting team.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to do 2 teams last year. And it wasn't even that good.
They did. No, last year's was not very good.
That was bad.
Well, and a lot of teams have media departments that do their own series, like Hard Knocks,
right? That
are just as good. Yeah, you don't get the cursing,
but you
get everything else,
right? And it's the extra media attention. Mm-hmm. Some people like that. It depends on your coach. I don't know.
We'll see.
I'll still watch it anyways.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we have to now.
Yeah. Okay.
To talk about it.
Oh man.
I mean, hello. I'm watching cornhole. Talk about it. ACLs. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Young whippersnapper, 26 years old, outside of Peoria, Illinois, just won the championship. Just saying.
It's crazy how good those guys are. Josh Gordon files for reinstatement,
as one would.
Is this like his 4th or 5th time?
Doesn't matter.
Trying to.
If this ridiculous rule, which is a rule, but it's a stupid rule, didn't exist, he would have never ran into these problems, and he would probably have made $150 million by now. Granted, it's his own fault because he knows the rules.
Right.
And he's taking responsibility for that.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a stupid-ass rule that if it wasn't around, this player, and many others, mind you, many others. He just happens to be the biggest talent-wise wasting in a prime due to this ridiculous rule.
Correct. And the NFL already said that they're going to be a little bit more lenient on that, going to open up some doors. So he'll probably get back in. Who knows? But it's not. There's certain restrictions he has to follow on top
Absolutely.
of that,
And I understand that.
So, I mean, but that's what he keeps just, if you really want to play, stop doing, just follow the rules.
But that rule, yes.
Whatever.
I know.
Well, speaking of rules, Washington got fined $10 million, and Dan Snyder is no longer in day-to-day.
Yeah, his wife has taken over, right?
Yeah. So for workplace misconduct, kind of sexual harassment, and he said that he's so glad that he's learned. He never really knew what was going on. And he's so glad that he's now in the know and that they're making these changes.
Okay. I would say this. That is probably a lie, but I could also understand where now he seems like from the media portrayal is that he is a very hands-on owner. But maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is I write the checks, I show up on Sundays.
And I make all the decisions.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you know what's going on in the building.
Right. And if you run a company like that, a lot of the times, if you don't trust your upper management.
Right. Exactly. So it could be micromanaged. It could be looked a different way. So I'm not condoning anything that happened there. And I'm definitely not saying he didn't know. But there's a chance that he didn't, because most owners, that's what they say, is get out of the way. Let the football people do the football things. Owners cut the checks and stay out of the way.
You could say the same thing about Cuban with the Mavs. They went through the same thing. So who knows? Jags got fined $200,000. My Niners got fined $100,000, and the Cowboys got fined $100,000 for violating rules at OTAs.
Yep. So basically,
and
practicing
each
hard.
coach,
Urban Meyer already getting fined. Urban Meyer already learning He said he does not like the way that free agency goes. Wait a minute. We signed these players. We've never even talked to them. I don't get a chance to sit down and meet them and get to know them. Oh, I don't like this.
Well, yeah, he's a college coach. He's so used to, he does all that.
Yeah.
So that's
maybe that's what'll make the Jags turn around, is that he's going to build that morale and that culture of we are a tribe, we are a campus, we are of one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's where it comes from. That's his motivation. What is he? He's a special team specialist.
Special team specialist.
No, that's what he is. He doesn't call the offense, doesn't call the defense. He's got an offensive theory, like an offensive idea, but he doesn't have it's not his offense or his playbook. He's not doing the play calling. He's a motivator. He's a leader of men. Probably what Don Shula was. Probably what a lot of guys are.
Does it work?
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get the right players and the right thing around them, yes, it can absolutely work.
Then do it. Rock with it, All right, let's get into probably the second most exciting thing this week. Suns are in the finals.
Unbelievable. I mean, believable, but unbelievable.
So CP3, first time in the finals, went off for
41.
Years. Got pushed in the back by some punk.
That was dirty.
Patrick Beverley, I told you, I don't like the way he plays. I appreciate how he's psychologically in your head, but stuff like that
I can tell
that's
you,
so dirty.
Watching that game and sitting there and how much I cannot stand Beverley, but going, you know what, and watching him play and how hard he plays and take zero grief. I don't care if he's 7'2". I'm gonna get down low and I'm gonna get in him and he's not gonna get the ball. I was like, dang, I kind of am starting to appreciate Pat Bev. Oh, what did he just do? And then he put, it's like I'm just starting to go, I appreciate what you do, and then you go and do something like that where he pushed him
and he does
hard
it over and over and over. Yeah.
Well, that's how he's still in the league. And I guess if that's what you need to do to make $7 million a year, whatever he makes, God bless you. You're willing to go do that.
I guess,
you're willing to be that dirty player. You're willing to have that reputation. That reputation is going to set you up for the rest of your life.
If it works.
Touche, bro. Touche.
No, I mean, like we said last week, if he's on your team, you love him. If he's not, you hate him. And
look what it says. He got a 1-game ban. You want to stop people from doing that? Ban them for the first 14 games of the season.
Yeah.
Or
fine them.
Something to that extent. Maybe that'll stop that. And he tweeted out, so maybe that's official. Hey, CP3, man, I'm sorry. I got my emotions get the best of me. Good luck. Okay. Nobody wants to hear from you.
So there's that. Who cares? Hey, the Suns are in the finals. That's amazing. So
who do you think they're going to play?
So we got Milwaukee and Atlanta left. So Milwaukee's up 3-2. They play tonight. Giannis had a horrible knee hyperextension.
He's out, not playing tonight.
Didn't tear anything. Was out last game. They still won.
By Brooke Lopez dropping over 30.
That was crazy.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, for sure.
And that should tell you everything you need to know about the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. Well, and because Young he's the gas for that team. And he was questionable earlier. I don't know if he's out or not for sure. I
haven't seen anything yet stating that he is in or out for tonight's game.
It sucks that a ref took him out.
Ref didn't take him out.
Yes,
he took
did.
himself out.
No,
the ref was standing.
The ref should not be standing there.
Stop. So the ref shouldn't be standing out of bounds because he was standing out of bounds.
No, he wasn't.
Go back to the video.
We'll look at the
video. He was out of bounds.
We'll look it up.
I watched it. He stepped back and stepped on dude.
No, because he was standing halfway on the court.
No, he
yes, yes, he was.
You're wrong.
Either way,
You're wrong.
the play is right there.
You're wrong.
You take a step down. I'm right.
Go back and look at it.
Just like Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver
Oh my
of all
gosh.
time.
Okay, we're not getting into that. But
okay.
After this, you can go back and look, and you can tweet an apology. Redact your statement.
I don't tweet.
Then Instagram, snap the chats, whatever it is you do.
If I'm wrong,
Rooks' corner.
If in any way I'm wrong, I will do that.
All right. If I'm wrong, then I'll say my eyes are wrong.
Okay. So did you hear Doris Burke went off about Becky Hammon
About her not getting?
and the questions that she's getting asked and the way she's being treated?
Yeah. It's a joke.
It sucks. I don't know if you guys know who Becky Hammon is or like the way she coaches. She grew up through Popovich. Popovich, she's hate
one of
him,
the greatest,
but you love him. She is a
female basketball players of all time.
Yep.
Played for one of the greatest programs of all time. Was a tremendous college athlete. Went right into coaching. She knows basketball probably more than 80% of the coaches in the NBA.
Yes, I would completely
And you know what?
agree. And she kicked butt when she did Summer League last year.
Hey, and who knows? Popovich might retire in a year or two and says, just stick tight because we're just going to pass the reins.
Well, there's 3 teams still available. We'll see. I hope she gets one. I really, really do. That barrier needs to be broken.
Especially because it's deserving. It's not just so we can be woke. It's deserving.
Yes, absolutely. It's not. Yeah, this isn't like, oh, this should be a PR move. This is who's going to be the best coach to get our team to the finals. Yep. All right. A little bit of baseball. So Shotani hits 2 home runs.
Unbelievable.
Now he's leading the league with 30 home runs.
Bombs.
He's a pitcher.
He's a hitter who pitches.
He's different.
Yeah, and he's going to get the comparisons to Babe Ruth because Babe did both. Babe won 20 games pitching and hit 40 home runs, I think, in the same year. Yeah. Incredible stuff. Granted, he was eating hot dogs and not training and drinking beer and just was a natural God-gifted cigars.
Smoking cigars while he's working?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Oh.
And then you have Utani, who's a towering figure of a man. He's a big dude. It's very impressive to see what he's able to do. Now, granted, I think the last time he pitched, he got roughed up a little bit. I think he pitched less than 2 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, didn't strike out any, walk 3. You're going to have those days. Hey, Nolan Ryan probably had those days. There's a lot of guys that probably have had those days that are elite pitchers. What he's doing now is something we haven't seen. And with the eyeballs and the microscopes and everybody having a camera, this probably is just as big as when Babe Ruth was doing it, but the difference is there was 5 publications. And he was that big. That's how big Babe Ruth was.
Right. Well, this is amazing, and it's a game changer, I think.
It's awesome. And he's going to be in the home run derby.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Giving the fans what they want, because right now baseball's in a little bit of controversies.
Yeah.
Controversies between sticky stuff, between players being suspended for that, between pitchers being suspended for alleged heinous situations of things happening.
Bauer.
So here's the thing.
Dude. What?
Till all the facts come out, until we know, because we hear a story, but there's always 2 sides. We heard what he said. I'm not going to get into details. You guys want to look it up, look it up. But I'm going to reserve judgment until everything is laid out. Because if it is what they're claiming, then his life is ruined and he's done forever, and rightfully so. If it's not, then I hope the law swings the other way. Same thing with Deshaun Watson, who we haven't heard anything about in a long time. This has probably been 4 episodes since we brought him up. But until we know everything, I want to reserve judgment. It seems like a lot. And it seems like it's over-mounting
evidence, and when
with
you have
Deshaun. I know.
Around the neck,
well,
I'm sorry. Women are on another level. You don't do that.
I
it's not
completely
okay.
agree with you.
So nope, already. out the door.
I'm just going to.
He's placed on leave. So there's obviously evidence. There's enough that no, I don't care. Even if it was a slight hit of a woman, like you don't do it.
Well,
so no,
slight hit of a woman.
That's horrible.
I know what you meant. I know what you're saying. But it wasn't in that. But it wasn't in that context. You know that, right? Offline, we'll talk about it offline. So anyway,
I know.
Continue on. Baseball needs this. Ohtani, keep hitting bombs.
Do it.
Moving on.
I'm excited for the home run derby. So have you seen this runner Richardson?
Of course.
Kicked out of the Olympics. So we've had a lot of players.
So her name is Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yes.
And this is what's sad is the only reason we even know about her is because of this story. It's not because she's.
No, I actually was reading about her probably a couple weeks ago because she's famous because she has this big hair. She has her nails like 2 inches out, all point sharp. She's got tattoos. She's not the typical runner. And so she's kind of gotten a build and she's fast.
She's super fast.
But she broke the rules.
And she said she knows.
Yeah, I mean, she went on
again
the Today
stupid
Show
rule.
and said that she apologizes not for in her, but for all the people in her community, like what she stood for. She did the right thing. This is stupid. This has to stop.
Absolutely.
You're telling me
committees?
No, it's cool. Go home and take opioids.
Committees.
Yes.
Go home and get blackout drunk.
That sucks.
Because you can do that to grief.
Yeah, let's not. Oh man.
But I think that because of the swirl behind it, now there's a petition, now there's all these things.
Oh, there's a lot. So
I bet you they give
special privilege.
I bet you. She'll have to test negative.
It's not performance enhancing.
It's not. And they even state it in the rule book. So why is it in the rule book? It states in the rule book that it's not a performance enhancing drug.
Right.
But then they ding her for a performance enhancing drug, and it was that. That's an oxymoron.
It's
of
stupid.
Sorts.
It's stupid. It needs to change, and I do hope that a committee gets together and reverses this.
Because it's a shame.
Did you see?
Oh, and one more thing with the Olympics, real quick, with that, because there's another thing. Swim caps.
Okay.
There's a swim cap company called Soul Caps, made specifically for people, black people with big natural hair, or anybody with big natural thick hair.
Okay.
Made specifically for that type of hair. Banned from the Olympics. Why? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. It didn't give them an advantage in any way.
I want to look at
isn't that absurd?
How many different committees there are?
And then somebody said, "Wait a minute, skateboarding is in."
It's just an excuse to not put blame on one person. That's what it is.
I can see that.
I think it's a freaking joke.
Because the committee's nameless, faceless. Juju Smith-Schuster.
TikTok.
But they are.
Yeah. Okay, so did you hear? So this bet, it was in the UK. He bet $15.50 on 2 soccer games, and then there were 4 between PGA and LPGA winners and something. So 4 other
random
six
mix.
Yes, right. 6 different parlay. Won $1.3 million.
That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
That's amazing. That's insane.
Good for him.
Yes. Oh, I think that's crazy.
$15.50.
Just imagine
or pounds,
if
maybe.
He would have. No, it was they transferred.
They converted it.
The article did it. So
nice.
So I could understand.
So you could read it. Understandable.
Yeah. But just imagine if he did like $50. Just like
There's always the things to think about.
It's always the what if.
Absolutely.
But interesting.
Absolutely.
So let's finish it with this. Tomorrow, I watch this every year. Do you watch the Nathan?
I do not.
You don't watch the hot dog?
No, it'll make me throw up. That is so disgusting watching people shove all that in their face. Bro, I can't watch it.
It's huge now.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. It's been huge, but it's getting bigger and bigger. I can't watch it.
So,
disgusting.
Chestnut, you've seen Chestnut.
Yeah, I know
Chestnut.
who he is, yeah.
Okay. So he is minus 3,000 versus the field is plus 1,200 that he's going to win.
And I bet you the field has that female, I think she's like 100 pounds maybe.
Oh, yeah, the tiny little one.
Yes, and she kills it too. There's a couple of them that are big names.
Doesn't do it anymore. The Japanese guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Kobayashi.
Oh, wow. So that's how you know it's big, when you remember the name of hot dog eating champions.
I do have to say I watched the 30 for 30 on Chestnut and
Oh,
Kobayashi
okay.
yesterday. So.
Hey, that's called show prep, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
That's what professionals do.
I wasn't just sitting around. I was studying. That's what I'm going to call
R&D.
it.
R&D.
Yes. All right, man. Well, we're about to have an amazing week. We got the 4th. I got to give a shout out to Awatuki Little League.
Yeah, right on.
All Stars, my son. We're 2-1. Got 3 more games left. Then hopefully play for that championship.
That's awesome.
We'll see what happens, but it's been exciting. I got to announce one of the games.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, out of the blue, but it worked. So fun things. You're going to go on a trip?
Yep, going to Minnesota, leaving next week. Going to go for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Well, it's not 4 or 5, it's 5, but we'll be back. We're going to take the week off. We've got Phoenix Suns finals playing either Milwaukee or Atlanta.
If Atlanta
Either
can pull
way, when we get back from the little vacay, they'll still be playing.
I think the Suns are excited. They should be.
They should be.
I think they can beat either one of those teams.
I think they win. I'll call it now. They played Milwaukee, they win in 6. They played Atlanta, they win in 5. You're welcome, Phoenix, Arizona.
It's not going to be their new theme of winning 4.
Well, people are going to say it, Sons and 4. Hey, Sons and 4 guy's on Cameo, by the way. So if you need a video for Sons and 4 guy, he's out there. I think it's like $75. Good for him. Get it while you can.
Hilarious.
Get it while you can, sir.
15 minutes of fame. Make money while you're...
Absolutely. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it now.
For sure. So no show next week. We're going to take a week off. We haven't taken a week off in a year.
Ever, yeah.
So, and then in 2 weeks, July 12th, we'll be on
The radio, 1060 AM Phoenix local. If you're listening outside of or watching outside of the Phoenix area, you can go to NBC Sports NBCsports1060.com.
You can just Google
you'll check us out.
1060 AM Phoenix. That's what I do.
Yes, sir.
That's how I get there. And then you can listen live.
Yep, Sirius, Google. If you guys want to call in, we'll put the phone number out there so you guys can call in and have any questions.
I've already had people saying,
that's awesome.
So I'm going to call in, I want to say this, and this.
Okay, like, cool. Well, we got numbers. We got numbers.
You might get the click.
We got numbers.
We'll see.
So,
but,
all right.
Hey, have a good week, homie.
Thanks, brother.
All right. One love.
Peace.